You know that feeling, right? Your to-do list is just huge. End of the day, you look back and think, what did I actually get done?
Oh, definitely. It's overwhelming. And well, what if there was a simpler way, a path to cut through all that chaos?
Exactly. What if you could just focus on like the one thing that really pushes you forward?
That's precisely the idea we're digging into today. We're exploring the concepts from the one thing. It's really about simplifying how you approach success.
Okay.
Focusing your energy where it counts most. So yeah, our mission here is to pull out those key insights for you to help you maybe achieve more by, well, doing less.
Achieve more by doing less.
Oh.
I like the sound of that. Okay, so let's get right to it. This one thing. What is it really?
Well, at its heart, it's about finding the single most important task you can do right now.
Okay.
The one thing that, by doing it, makes everything else easier down the line, or maybe even completely unnecessary.
Easier or unnecessary?
It's the ultimate way to prioritize, really. Forces you to think hard about your goals and what actually moves the needle.
Right. It sounds simple, but, I mean, how do you find it, that one thing? Especially when everything feels urgent.
That's where the focusing question comes in handy. You ask yourself this: what's the one thing I can do?
Okay.
Such that by doing it, everything else will be easier or unnecessary.
What's the one thing I can do?
Yeah. It sounds straightforward, but it requires real honesty. You have to push past just your task list and find the leverage point.
Leverage point.
Yeah.
Like, have you ever fixed one big problem and suddenly a load of smaller ones just vanished?
Exactly. That's the principle right there.
Okay. It's like knocking over the first domino.
Yeah.
And then whoosh.
Precisely. The domino effect. That's another key idea. Think about it. A tiny push on the first domino can eventually topple something massive.
Yeah.
Focusing on your one thing does the same. Each success builds on the last, creating this chain reaction. Momentum builds.
Did you give an example? Like a real world one?
Sure. Imagine maybe a writer. Their one thing might be writing 500 words first thing every morning before anything else.
Okay.
Doing that one thing consistently makes hitting deadlines, editing, even planning the next book, it all becomes easier because the core work is getting done. That's the domino effect in action.
Got it. So you've got these big goals, maybe finishing a book. How do you connect that big ambition to the one thing for like today?
That's called goal setting to the now. You start big with your ultimate goal, your someday goal.
Right.
Then you work backward. What's the one thing for this year to hit that? Then the one thing for this month, this week, today, even this hour.
So it all connects. Your tiny action right now links up to the big picture.
Exactly. It aligns everything, keeps you on track.
Okay, makes sense. So say I've figured out my one thing for today. How do I actually protect the time to do it? Life gets in the way.
Yeah, it does. That's why time blocking is critical. You literally schedule an appointment with yourself in your calendar just for your one thing.
An appointment.
And you treat it like your most important meeting of the day. You defend that time. No interruptions. If possible, it's sacred.
Protect the priority. I like that. Now, what about multitasking? We hear so much about it being, efficient.
Yes. Well, the book argues, and a lot of research agrees, that multitasking is basically a myth. A lie, even.
Really? A lie?
Yeah. When you try to juggle tasks, your focus splits, quality drops. Things actually take longer because of the switching cost. You're less effective, not more.
It feels like you're doing more, though.
It feels like it, but the results often aren't there. It's better to give one thing your full attention. Better quality, often faster, too.
Okay. Point taken.
Yeah.
I definitely feel that pull in different directions sometimes. And what about willpower? Some days it just feels gone.
Totally relatable. And the book acknowledges that willpower isn't infinite. It's like a muscle that gets tired. Or like your phone battery, it drains. So the strategy is simple. Do your one thing when your willpower is naturally highest. For most people, that's earlier in the day. Don't fight your energy levels. Work with them.
Tackle the big rock first when you're fresh.
Got it.
The book also busts some other myths, right? Things we believe that actually hold us back.
Yes, it calls them the lies that sabotage success. Things like believing everything matters equally. It just doesn't. Some tasks have way more impact.
Pareto principle, kind of. The 80-20 rule.
Sort of, yeah. Focus on the vital few. Another lie is that you need this perfectly balanced life all the time.
Oh, isn't balance good?
Long-term, yes. But achieving something extraordinary often requires, short bursts of intense focus. Temporary imbalance to make big leaps. It's about counterbalance, maybe.
Interesting perspective. Not striving for perfect balance every single day. And finally, how does purpose fit into finding your one thing?
Purpose is like your compass, your why. Knowing your bigger purpose gives you the direction and the motivation to figure out what your most important one thing actually is.
It fuels the focus.
Exactly. It makes the prioritizing easier because you know what you're aiming for long term.
So if we boil it all down, it's about finding that single most vital task at any moment, focusing intensely on it, and letting that drive extraordinary results.
You got it. Simplify. Focus. Say no to distractions. Understand that big success comes from doing the right one thing consistently.
This has been really clarifying. So a final thought for everyone listening.
Yeah.
What's that first domino you can tip over right now, today?
Yeah. What's your one thing for this moment? Or maybe for tomorrow morning?
And think about it. If you consistently focused on that one thing, day after day, where could that lead you? What could you achieve? Something to consider.